Hey guys, good morning. So I've been kind of forced with this dilemma of this room not feeling right when I walk into it, right? Like it feels like I need the whole room to be inventory or eBay, because when I walk in, I don't see this room like my craft room like I did before. And that's really dividing my energy space. It's making my brain kind of malfunction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this room an entire eBay room, because I was like, well, wait a minute. Why don't I just put everything in here instead of having two places for it like I usually do? Because it all works, or it could work in this space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shelves, take everything off. I'm going to raise them so that there's a storage space underneath. That's going to be where I store overflow inventory. That's going to clear up a lot of space in my shipping area that is there now. On this wall, we're going to have another rack, maybe two, for overflow inventory, for supplies, for whatever, to keep stuff off of the floor. And we're going to have this wrap around here. The best part is all of this is going to come out and go out into the front living space in a totally different way. And it's just going to be eBay inventory, eBay room. This is going to be my office, eBay office, which is going to be awesome, because I can get everything done in one space without having to lug bins up and down. That's a lot of what stops me from doing eBay inventory. I know I'm gonna have to make it a whole day's work, because I have to go downstairs, bring up 10 at a time, go through all that, and then do all those 10 and take them back down. Like, I can't spread it out, and it has to be done in this big process if I wanna get it done right. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I just called the hubby. I'm about to work out some plans with him, and then I'll check back in with you. Okay. I knew I had to prioritize exactly what I wanted. My priority right now is absolutely, most definitely, the canning pantry, apothecary, fermentation station place, right? And I knew that there is a way to create a solution moving my inventory, because that station was my priority, or is my priority. Why is that my priority? Because that actually contributes to the household. It contributes to my family as a whole and the health of my family, on top of the health of my friends who trust me in this process, right? Also, I know that I have access to way more. I know that I am always going to shop on a budget to produce more and preserve more for my family, because my family is my priority, 100%. And it's always been my issue with pride to do things that do not contribute to my household. That is what creates the process in the order that I need it to be. So my priorities, number one, is to always do and prioritize what contributes to the household the most. So if I had a list of priorities in my spaces, it would be canning pantry, shipping station, and then my craft room, because YouTube does not pay. My priority in canning and all of that stuff is actually in line with the hubby's priority, because he prioritizes the garden, he prioritizes outside life, which is our cow and our goats, and learning more how to produce our own dairy and meat and all that stuff. So if that is going to be his priority, my priority has to blend in line with his to maximize whatever it is that we're contributing together in the most efficient way, without being wasteful, without breaking the bank and all that stuff. So all that being said, I would walk into this space and it didn't feel like my craft room. It didn't feel like my craft room belonged here. Like, as beautiful as it was and as perfect as it was, I feel like I could blend two spaces that were in separate parts of the house into one space and make this just the most efficient eBay store ever. I came in here with my coffee. I came in here with my coffee because I got an eBay order, and I was like, oh, let me go look. And I walked in here and I felt it and I saw it, and everything was all eBay in here in my brain. And I feel like creativity is like God's way of showing you what is to be. Not necessarily just a creative spark of anything. I feel like it's like, hey, this is what you need to be doing. This is how it needs to look. This is what you need to get done. Yeah, it's very exciting to know that two areas are going to come into place. And then I only have until this weekend to do it, because after that I got to get my mom's stuff moved to my sister's house, and then I have to prep my dress for our joint birthday party on the 14th, which I only have 7 days after this weekend to get that done, or 6 days to get that done. So I am on a mission, and that's why I think it's been really eating at me to come up with a thing that I know I would actually like, because once I do that, then it's nonstop. So this is pretty much the lineup. eBay room, craft room, canning pantry are the priorities right now to get done before this weekend. By this weekend, start packing up my mom's room, get my mom's stuff moved to her during the weekend or over the week or by next weekend. Next weekend is our joint birthday party. And then all Christmas comes down. The whole house is going to get cleaned up. It's going to get the year-round decor stuff put up. And then hopefully by February, we'll have a little break. And then sprinkling is coming up and also the spring festival. So it's going to be busy. In meantime, in between time, we're going to be having meetings talking about what we're going to be doing in the community. So a lot is going to be happening, and it's going to be crazy. Okay, I'm going to go get dressed because I got to meet up with hubby in a little bit. I got to go take a bunch of measurements, draw stuff out, because as y'all know, it always begins with the drawing for me. And yeah, I'll check back with you guys and give you a little bit of an update and let you know what's going on. Hey guys, good morning. So it is Friday morning, the 6th, and I started painting at 6:45-ish. Right after I got Boogie on the bus and woke up the boys, I started prepping and painting and stuff. I am super excited because this room will be done today, and I will be able to go into my mom's room and start pulling all the craft stuff out and go into my new craft area and start setting that up. I'm thinking about doing a very simple setup here along the wall. I have craft stuff in the closet right now, and all that's going to come out. So all the little stuff that isn't pretty, I can put it into that closet. But here I'm thinking about putting the gray dresser that I painted, and then on top of that have the printer and my scale. But I have to have the shredder in here. We have two shredders. We have my shredder for filler paper, and then we have another shredder for personal mail and stuff like that. And we also have a white file cabinet that absolutely drives me crazy because I cannot stand the fact that it's just white metal. But I think that one's going to go in here or somewhere on the side of the dresser. But I want to have some pretty vintage candle holders on the wall, like some sconces to hang my measuring strips and maybe like a charging cord or something like that, because I usually have a few of those things hanging around. I'm also going to put the wood shelves that I took off of the wall previously back onto the wall. They were on this side that's actually behind me holding sewing supplies, but they're going to go on this wall and hold my extra rolls of tape, my extra rolls of fragile tape and stuff like that. Stuff that I can have out and it doesn't bother me too much to see them. Per usual, about 4 other places in the house are a total wreck as I go through this process. The hubby works overtime today, which means I can throw something into the oven, have it cooking and prepping and getting ready for the boys so that when they get home, it's already ready to go and I don't have to stop what I'm doing to make dinner. It is currently 9:11 in the morning. If I can get this done by 12:30, that would make me so happy. Right now, though, I'm going to eat some toast with cream cheese and my homemade cranberry sauce. It's so delicious. Y'all, the decision to make this an entire eBay inventory store was the right one to make. This space has been absolutely satisfying in the shipping process, storage process, all that. When my friends give me things that I can contribute to my shipping product, I can just put them into the room until I can address them. When I have incoming inventory that I can't get listed, it has room until I can address them. All of my shipping supplies, everything is in this one space, and it is fantastic. I love being able to come into one room and get the job done in a matter of minutes and not have to go up and down into 2 different spaces. It's just everything that I wanted it to be. I absolutely love it. And of course, We couldn't be happily married if we didn't make time for each other. I absolutely love this man, and he always makes sure that if he's working a lot or I'm working a lot or if we have a lot going on at home, that we go out and have some mommy and daddy time, husband and wife time, man and woman time, because it is absolutely essential. And we always go to my favorite place, which is Pan y Vino. And if you've seen this place on Instagram or in my stories, it is fantastic. I always suggest that you sit at the bar because the bar staff is amazing. You literally are tended to the entire time. The service is fantastic and the food is great. And the fact that they have live music is a definite plus. We are music lovers and we love watching these people display their talents. She's telling him he has another birthday. Huh? Another happy birthday. He's like, I can't stop. She's like waiting and she's like, bro, he's gonna see me.
Oh, he stopped.
He did. Now, of course, after a very much needed break, date night, it's time to tackle this craft room. And I'm so glad we did. If you aren't aware, because you don't follow me on Instagram, but you want to know, this space is off to the side of my living room. You can literally look into my whole craft room while sitting on the couch in my living room, and it doesn't even matter. And I feel like that's such a thing. Like, you look at a floor plan and you need that floor plan to be whatever it says it is. But that absolutely does not apply to us. We always think outside the box. We're going to use our home and our space however we want to use it. And my husband knows that if he wants a happy wife, I have to have spaces that I can be creative in and I can just release in. And if we're not going to use this space but to put a table for nobody to sit at, then we are going to use it in a way that it is pretty and functional and helps me get a creative release and not go stir crazy in a house that doesn't reflect me. Anyway, the hubby knew I needed some type of thing to hang my light, and look what he built for me. It is a wood attachment frame that he connected to my paper storage. That is fantastic for recording because, of course, I can't just not record ever, right? So what an amazing man. He did so good, and I absolutely love it. And this space was perfect. And yes, in the midst of everything, we got to go to the gym. I think there's a huge misconception about what it is to go to the gym. I think you get all cute and then you go to this place where everybody is also extremely cute and, you know, working out and on machines and all of that. Well, there's a lot of that. There absolutely is a lot of that. But there's also a community of people who are only trying to inspire each other. And when you're new at a gym, you kind of feel like the ugly duckling, right? Like you think you're the one that can't compare to everybody else. But I have to explain the mindset of people who stay in the gym, right? Like people who have been going for some time and making small progress, you know, little by little on their bodies and minds and all of that stuff. Those people are not judging you. In fact, they're working harder because you motivate them to inspire you to work harder. And it's this constant cycle of positive energy between people who want to make an impact on their own lives and do whatever it takes to do that. I know when I go to class, I'm motivated by the energy in the room. Anyone that's committed to stay there is not thinking about how you look. What they're thinking about is if it has anything to do with you, that you stay and that they see you there again, and that you see that if anyone else can push through the pain and make changes in their body doing the same thing that you're trying to do, that it moves you to try also. Because there's nothing like feeling down on yourself. And if it has something to do with your physical, you got to see yourself every day. People like me that don't have perfect form, that can't do a whole class without passing out in between breaks. I mean, we just want to see the best in you. And of course, on top of everything else, we're having babies. So one of the mama goats was having trouble breathing, and the hubby was like, she's going to have babies today. We're getting babies today. It was kind of late. It was about, I don't know, 8-ish, 8:30, whenever he realized like this was it. This was going to be the day. So he couldn't sleep overnight. He did call me at about 4 in the morning, right before 4 in the morning, to go out and help him because it was freezing cold and this mama was having difficulties. And he said that when he went out there, the baby that was supposed to be coming out first was having issues. Now, typically, they're supposed to be born with this sac that surrounds them. And when they're born, the mama comes and she cleans it off of them. It pretty much exposes them to the air and all of that stuff whenever mama cleans it off. And that's when they breathe and they cry. And as she's cleaning it off, it's actually drying them up and cleaning them so that they can start standing and moving around. Well, this baby number 1, was born out of a sac, and the hubby had to help mama get her out. He put her with the mama, and the mama started cleaning her up. And I can tell you that she was the biggest out of the 3, but unfortunately did not make it. She cried through the night, and she seemed well the next day, but I think 2 days later in the morning when the hubby went out there, we found her passed, and she was with her little siblings. Her siblings were laying with her, and so we think it was just their way of letting go. Because animals do know, they do mourn. You have to give them the space to mourn. Anyway, after that, after the first baby was born, the hubby was like, I can't go in. And plus, mama was tired, and she was having a really hard time pushing the next baby out. And the hubby was a champ. He was amazing. He encouraged her, and he would rub her belly, and he would try to help her. And it was awesome to watch him just like dive in there and not be afraid to assist mama goat.
God. My encouragement helps her. She pushes every time I say something. Come on. Go.
Oh, yay.
Go to daddy. Oh, that is a butt.
What?
That is
a butt.
hind legs.
Oh my God. That is a butt. Yeah. That's a tail.
Oh shit. Oh, good job, baby. Good job.
Oh, she's breathing. It's breathing.
The sucker's in my pocket. Good job.
Cried.
Oh my goodness.
So slimy.
In my pocket, baby.
Wait,
the sucker.
Which one?
This one. Hurry. Just get. Ain't gonna get no better. Good.
It's getting it out, baby. It's getting it out.
Oh, that's like.
Doesn't she need to eat that?
No, I'm trying to just get her going. Kind of rub them, get them working.
It's a tiny, tiny baby. She took all your nutrients from you, huh? Gonna put her over there by mom.
I wonder if breathing better. Come on. Let's see. There you go.
Baby's already trying to stand up. Her baby's already standing up over there.
I'm trying to suck one more time down her throat. I wasn't ready for this. Come on. Next. There you go. Did another outstanding job.
She just goes straight to cleaning her too. Look at baby.
What are you doing?
I'm like,
Bring your booty back.
going the wrong way. Whoop. Just leave her, babe. She's doing what she does. Three babies.